Ashley here with Kinship Vacations again. It is our fourth day of this quarter's virtual travel career summit for military spouses and veterans. I am really privileged and excited to be here right now because it's just going to be me. So you're going to have to bear with me and my voice and me hearing myself talk for the next hour probably. But this is a really great topic. I'm really passionate about this. And for those of you who subscribe to daily affirmations and things like that, my affirmation today was that the words that I speak today come from the heart. And that's very true, because the whole reason I started this group and this event and this program that I'm about to talk to you about is because I felt a calling to it. As a veteran and a military spouse and a former military brat, I've seen the challenges that military families have to endure because of our lifestyle, and how it can be nearly impossible for a military spouse in particular to maintain a progressive and fulfilling career. So I decided to create this program after I found success in the travel industry, and create this group of on Facebook for other people interested or already in the travel industry that come from the military community to help and support each other, because that's really what we need, is to support each other. So truly today, what I'm saying is coming from my heart, and I hope that you'll feel that, and I hope that you'll appreciate that. So I am going to just check and make sure I am, in fact, live and on, coming at you in stereo. Let's see. My internet is a little slow today. Is it? Okay, I see myself. Hi, Dina. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to quickly share this so that people can tune in, and then I will get started. So as you're watching, please comment, ask questions, because I know that questions will inevitably come up, and I'm happy to answer them. I'm able to answer them. It's my program, so I'm more than happy to do that. So please ask questions and comment. Show me some likes and loves if something that I say you like or you love it. Even share it if you're feeling that generous today. Share this video, share that you're watching it, and maybe somebody else out there that's looking to start a career in travel might find it beneficial. So I'm going to switch the screen over so you can see my presentation, and I'm just going to get rid of my face because ain't nobody want to see that. All right. So how Kinship Vacations can help you get started. For those of you who got the travel agent startup checklist and watched my presentation on Tuesday, you know that there are certain things that need to be done to get started. If you didn't watch that, I encourage you to go back to our video section in this group and watch the How to Start a Home-Based Travel Agency. Or you can go on our YouTube channel, which is Kinship Vacations YouTube channel, and watch the video there. After you watch the video, I would encourage you to get the travel agency startup checklist that I've created. For most people, it's helpful to just keep them on track, to make sure they're doing, dotting all their I's and crossing all their T's. And in order to get that, just go to www.travelagencychecklist.com and sign up, and you will get sent that checklist. And you'll also get a copy of the video to go along with it to kind of remind you what the checklist is referencing. So a lot of this presentation shows some of the stuff I talked about in the presentation on Tuesday about starting up a travel agency. And that is to illustrate how Kinship Vacations Travel Advisor Training and Mentorship Program can help you get through all those checklist items. So today's agenda, it looks like a lot, and I'm hoping I can get through this efficiently. First, I'm going to talk about the program and the main aspects of the program. Next, I'm going to go through those items that I told you about on Tuesday about how to start up your travel business and show you how Kinship Vacations program helps you to just take care of that so you don't have to worry about it. And then finally, I'm going to give you guys a special offer for being a virtual travel summit attendee participant. So first, here's the program. There's 3 components. The first one is training and education. And the training and education component of this program is backed by an industry-leading program. It is the Gifted Travel Network's Travel MBA program. So for those of you who started doing your research on hostagencyreviews.com, you may have come across the Gifted Travel Network. They are the host agency that I belong to. And the way that I started my career in this field was to do their Travel MBA program. It is, in my opinion, the best program out there because a lot of training programs for travel agents out there focus mostly on particular suppliers, and maybe they do a little bit about marketing and operations, but for the most part, they're missing a lot of the important stuff like marketing, which frankly, you should be doing about 80% of your time because that's how you get clients. So this program is really well built. And basically what GTN has graciously done for me is created a duplicate portal where the travel advisors in my program can access the same exact curriculum as the GTN Travel MBA program. And you're getting the same education. So what the program is, the education program is it's self-paced. It's an online learning system. You can access it anytime. It's in video presentation. It's module based. So each of the modules is a separate topic, and each of them, or many of them, come with helpful resources like worksheets or links or additional resources that you can use to fully learn that topic. It's comprehensive. Like I said, it focuses on sales, marketing, operations, industry supplier knowledge, and it even puts a little bit of mindset in there. Also, with this, you get access to all of Gifted Travel Network's resources. So not only do you have this full curriculum that you can pull from, but every Gifted Travel Network member, which you would essentially be in my program, gets access to weekly shop talks, which are featured suppliers. There might be a different, cruise line that is represented, or a travel insurance provider, or what have you. They come in and talk about their product. So you get weekly introductions to different suppliers. Monthly mentoring calls with Meredith Hill. Meredith Hill is the founder of GTN and the Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs, and she's a visionary. She's an innovative person in the travel industry, so talking with her is especially valuable. You get recorded live training on various travel industry tools, so whether it's a CRM system or itinerary display system, there's all kinds of training available for you with this membership. You also get a monthly business development call with Vanessa McGovern. She is the CEO of the Gifted Travel Network, and she's like a sales marketing whiz. So talking with her about specific topics is extremely valuable. And then they also send out a weekly newsletter, and within the weekly newsletter, they have specific promotions that the suppliers are offering. So if you want to send out promotions to your clients, you can get some of that information and send it out to them. And then within that newsletter, they also have helpful just travel agent development information as well. And then they also have an annual conference. Next year, actually, their conference is going to be aboard the Celebrity Solstice, I think. And it's sailing from New Jersey to I want to say Puerto Rico. It's October 2019. So if you sign sail on board the ship and you can actually bring your family with you, you'll get opportunities to do different classes, meet with different suppliers, and get more education. And that's a tax write-off. So familiarization trips, those are where a supplier extends a agent the opportunity to experience their product, their travel products, either at a discounted price or sometimes free. So being a member of GTN will give you additional access to familiarization trips. Oh, oops, I got a comment here. Let me show it. Okay, this is Dina. She is a current, she's in this program, so she can, answer your questions you might have about this program. But she says, I really love the workshops they have each week in addition to the modules. There's so information about vendors and lots of sales and email marketing. Good, yeah. So she's been taking advantage of the weekly shop talks. It sounds like it's a good way to just keep yourself updated on what's available in the industry and learn how to specifically sell specific suppliers. So thank you for that comment, Dina. Number 5, you get Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneur resources as well. So Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs is an organization that Meredith Hill founded 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, I don't know, because she noticed that there was a lack of something like this in the industry. Basically what it is a very supportive community for people in the travel industry. So there's a wide variety of agents, suppliers, tour operators, possibly even bloggers that belong to this group. And a lot of it is marketing based, like trying to figure out how to market your services or product to different clients. Some of it might be mindset based, because really when you're an entrepreneur, it's a very fine line, if not invisible line, between you and your business. You basically are your business. So working on your emotional and mental mindset around certain things is crucially important to the success of your business. But it's an extremely supportive community. It's really what drove me into this career in the first place. So having access to that is great. You get extra mentoring with Meredith. They do a lot more business education. And then they also have like a how-to video library. So they'll do these short little videos like how to use Canva to up-level your branding, or how to make a short video with Adobe Spark. Little tiny video or short videos that help you just make your business even better. They do marketing training monthly. They have marketing expert classes, and they have an annual workshop called the Book More Travel Workshop, which is my absolute favorite travel event of the year. It's just really uplifting and inspiring, and if you go to one travel industry event a year, you should go to this one. So you basically would get membership pricing for this event, and it's usually held in Charlotte in February. The next one is, I think it's the 3rd week of February next year. So it's really awesome. So that's sort of the training and education side of it. It's very comprehensive and very valuable, in my opinion, the best in the industry that is available to you. Oh, I skipped ahead. Hold on. Wait a second. It's like I'm missing a slide. Hold on. What happened? Give me a moment, guys. That's really weird. So one of my slides just completely disappeared. So I'm just going to talk about it. That's a bummer. Okay, let me just switch it over to my face so that you can see my face. So the second component of the program that I provide is Mentorship. So the mentorship that I provide is really crucial because no man is an island, basically. You can't do this alone. You really need a supportive community. You need a cheerleader. You need a coach, whatever you want to call it or however you want to approach it. You need that to be successful when you're starting a business and running a business. And the great thing about me, I'm going to toot my horn a little bit here, is that I'm a military spouse. I'm a veteran. I'm a former military brat. I know the specific challenges that you face in starting your business. So I can provide you very empathetic business coaching. And I can actually speak your language, so to speak. So rather than getting it from someone who doesn't understand what it's like to move every 2 to 3 years, or doesn't understand what it's like to, be a single parent by geographical standards, all the things that we have to face in the military. I get it. So that aspect of mentorship is extremely valuable that I provide. So I'm going to go back to the show. That's so weird. I don't know how that happened. How my slide just disappeared like that. To broadcast. Okay, and we're gonna go to play from current slide. This is how I talk to myself. Is it not showing? Can you guys see that? It looks like it's dark to me. Let me see if I can see this. Why did it go dark? That's so weird. Okay. Try that again. I just have to open that thing again, I guess. Thanks for bearing with me. Technical problems. Now it's like totally gone. I don't think that's it. Hopefully this is it, guys. I would be really sad if everything was lost. Okay, I think I got it. Whew, that scared me. Okay, give me just a minute to get it back up and going. Thanks for your patience. All right, I'm going to get rid of myself. Okay, we're back. So picking up where we left off. So I talked about how we provide education, mentorship, and the third major component of what we provide with our advisor mentorship and training program is a business foundation that's already developed. So more specifically, you'll get a travel agent credential right away. You'll be using the GTN IATA number, which is the most widely accepted travel agent credential. So you'll be able to start earning commissions immediately. You'll be covered under my Sellers of Travel license, and there is a bit of a caveat there. Certain states you will have to take a couple extra steps if there are certain things you want to do. So But for the most part, you'll be covered. So you won't have to do most of the legwork for that. You'll be covered under my E&O insurance, which is errors and omissions. You'll get access to competitive commission levels and membership in the Travel Savers Consortia, which will give you extra amenities and competitive commissions when you do bookings with certain suppliers. Number 2, the branding is done. You'll be under Kinship Vacations, like Dina, who's watching right now. She operates as Dina with Kinship Vacations. You'll just have to figure out your specialization because, and we'll talk about this tomorrow at length, and we've talked about it a little bit this week, but specialization is the key to success. So, determining if you want to be a family travel expert, a romance travel expert, an Asia travel expert, whatever you decide, you'll just have to figure that out, and we'll have to make sure that your messaging is on point so that you're attracting the right customers to your specialization. Your virtual storefront is taken care of. And what I mean by that is a website. And we're actually undergoing a website update. So we will have a brand spanking new shiny website that will have features of each of you with your biography. And there will be links to your trip planning form, links to how people can get in contact with you and things like that. So no need for you to invest thousands of dollars in a new website. Your domain is secured. You'll have an email under that domain. So Susie at Kinship Vacations, and your first 500 business cards will be free. We've already got client attraction tools set up. Right now, we are working with an autoresponder that we may change, but it's there, and there's a newsletter template for you to use if you'd like it. We have operations efficiency tools set up. So, man, I'm seeing a lot of typos on my presentation. So please forgive me. It's not my day with PowerPoint slides apparently. But virtual number extension, basically what it is you'll get your own extension from our main Kinship Vacations line so that clients can contact you, and it's an app you download on your cell phone, and it's a separate phone number from your cell phone number. So when clients want to get a hold of you, you don't have to give them your personal cell phone number. It goes through to the app. An automated appointment scheduler. We use Calendly. So when clients want to get a hold of you and set up an initial consult, for example, it's very easy for them to click on a link and select the right time to work with you. We have an online storage system where you can do things like, for example, when you need a copy of a client's passport, instead of asking them to send it to you over email, you can request a file upload through this storage account, and they'll just directly upload it, and it's password protected. You have access to a merchant account through our CRM, which is TravelJoy. So if you do charge travel planning fees, you just set up an invoice, send it to your clients, they pay it online with their credit card, and TravelJoy sends it to your bank account. Client management tools. In my opinion, we're working with the best CRM in the business called TravelJoy. And one of the major bonuses, and I've had other travel agents tell me that they would pay me to share my templates and processes with them that I have in TravelJoy, because TravelJoy has certain templates available, but I've created like lots of task lists and lots of templates like travel service planning agreements, specific emails, invoicing, proposals, all kinds of things. I've set up lots of templates that are just available for you to use and can organize you, making sure that you're doing everything you need to do to get your client taken care of. So there's no confusion there. We have an itinerary display system, which is called Travify. And anytime we create a proposal for a client, we can make a really nice presented itinerary that shows it to them either in an app they can download and access offline. We can create it in a nice PDF, or we can send them a link that shows them a beautiful presentation of their itinerary. We also have access to a destination research system, which is called Travel 42. It's like the encyclopedia of destination information. So if you're working with a client and they're like, well, I think I either want to go to Hawaii or Bali, you can send them some destination information on both of those, curated directly from Travel 42, and say, hey, here's some information. Let me know which place stands out more to you, and they can see what's available, and that can help just simplify your processes and your research process. So that's a lot of stuff that I'm providing to you right up front that you don't have to create from scratch. And just this in itself could be thousands and thousands of dollars saved if you think about the startup costs for a first year or two for a travel agent. So now I'm going to go through the stuff I talked about on Tuesday, like what it takes to start a travel agency, and show you how Kinship Vacations can step in and help you just eliminate some of those steps and make it easier for you. So decide on a business model. This is taken care of. With us, you're an independent with a host agency, and you automatically have consortia affiliation. You're hosted with Kinship Vacations and the Gifted Travel Network. And you're a member of the Travel Savers Consortia, which gives you access to great commission levels. It gives you access to amazing amenities for your clients. So that's already taken care of. Okay, so this slide is basically the only one where you're not going to see red check marks. You're still going to have to take care of this yourself. You're still going to have to decide that you as an individual contractor, if you want to operate as a sole proprietorship, a single member LLC, a multi-member LLC, or an S corporation. And I will remind you, for most people, the best options are going to be one or two. And please refer back to my presentation on Tuesday for more information on that, or just talk to your accountant to see what's going to work best for you. Okay, so here's some more things that we can take care of. I'm just going to go ahead and check everything. So, number one, we basically helped you decide on your business name. Kinship Vacations is in the process of getting trademarked, the name. It's actually it's been published in the U.S. Patent and Trademark Gazette or whatever as of July 17th. It just has to go through some sort of review process. So it's close to being trademarked. Unless there's another person with your name and in the same county, city, state as you operating with Kinship Vacations, it shouldn't be a problem, because what you'll probably be doing business as is Susie with Kinship Vacations. So that really shouldn't be a problem. You're still going to have to register your business as an entity. That's totally a state, county, and city dependent situation. And it really depends on what, it depends on what you decide to structure your business as, whether that's a sole proprietor or a LLC or an S Corp. And I got another comment. Let's see what we got here. Yep, this also gives you time to think about what you want to name your business. I'm working on some ideas now. Okay, great. So that's Dina again. Thank you, Dina. So she's still trying to figure out, what brand she wants to come up with. And right now she can just operate as Dina with Kinship Vacations, which is great, because while she's learning the mechanics of being a travel agent, she can take the time to really think about what she wants her brand, her name to be, and how she wants to convey herself. And she can think about, what kind of travel she really wants to book and what kind of clients she wants to work with. Because you might think that you want to do a certain kind of travel or work with a certain kind of clients until you start doing it. And then you realize that, maybe this isn't for me. So it's nice to have that time with Kinship Vacations where you can just sort of feel it out. Okay. Tax ID number, that's going to be up to you. It's not required, but if you have an LLC, you're going to have to get one. If you want to open a bank account, a business bank account, you're going to have to get one. E&O insurance, you will be covered under Kinship Vacations E&O insurance. Sellers of travel license. There's a little asterisk next to this. Like I mentioned before, for the most part, you'll be covered under Kinship Vacations sellers of travel licenses. However, there are certain states that have specific requirements. So the most stringent are California and Florida. So California, if you want to collect a service fee, you're basically going to have to either get your own service or sellers of travels license with them, which requires some additional steps like getting a separate bank account that you apply client funds in, blah, blah, blah. Or what you can do is process your service fees through Kinship Vacations. And with that, there would just be a small like credit card processing fee that we would charge just because, we would incur that charge essentially. Or for Florida, if you're going to market to anybody in Florida, sell to anybody in Florida, you have to apply for a $50 sellers of travel license waiver with the Florida Department of Agriculture. I don't know why it's in there, Department of Agriculture, but it is. And so instead of doing the full-blown sellers of travel license, basically you just tell them that you're under mine and apply for the waiver. So, and then, so yeah, that's why that asterisk is there. It's just situation dependent. Okay, so the next slide. Oh wait, I got a comment. Hold on. But check with your state because some states have friendly laws towards service businesses. So I think there's a delay, so I'm not sure what part you're talking about. It could be the registering your business as an entity and obtaining a license. But yeah, I mean, the bottom line is just always check with your state. They may not require anything from you. They may require a lot with you. But for example, for me, my LLC is incorporated in the state of Wyoming, and I explained why I did that in the video on Tuesday. But I started my business in Florida, so I had to register with the state of Florida. But then I moved to Virginia, so then I had to register with the Commonwealth of Virginia as a foreign entity operating in the state of Virginia. And then I had to also get a business license to operate as a home-based business in James City County, where I live. And I just had to pay up front like a very nominal tax, which I think was like $35 to operate as a home-based business in James City County. There wasn't anything for Williamsburg, but that's where I live. But sometimes your city will require an additional fee. So always ask your local government, state government, what's required of you. Thank you for that reminder, Dina. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. So finances and banking. Again, some of these you're going to have to do on your own. If you want to get a business bank account, which I recommend, you're going to have to do that on your own. I can't do that for you. Same with a business credit card. However, you already have a merchant account with the CRM that we use, which is called TravelJoy. Like I mentioned before, if you do decide to charge a trip design and planning fee, which I totally recommend for travel advisors to do because you are professionals and you should be paid for your time. You would create an invoice in your TravelJoy, which I already have like examples of to show you. Send it to your clients. They would put their credit card information in it, and then that credit card payment would directly be deposited to whatever bank account you have set up through TravelJoy. So there's no real need for a separate merchant account. You're going to want to begin tracking financials right away. And I'm not going to track your financials for you. Kinship Vacations is not going to track your financials for you, but we have templates and training on how to start doing that. So that's why there's an asterisk there. We're basically halfway taking care of you halfway helping you get this problem solved. We're not going to do it for you, but we're going to show you how to do it. Let's see. Got another comment. Yes, banking is important, but be careful because some banks don't allow travel businesses, so do your research. Yeah, I came across this. It was either when I was applying for a business credit card or a banking account, checking account, and one of them said they didn't allow travel businesses. But they'll tell you if you apply. And since I've gone from one checking account to another because I found one with better fees. And then I went from one credit card company to another because I found one with good perks for when I travel, basically. So there's a lot of options out there. There's resources out there like thepointsguy.com. Just Google like the best credit card companies. I think if you sign up for Credit Karma to get a credit check, they automatically recommend some credit card and banking companies that you would qualify for. And you can get some information through there as well. So thank you for that, Dina. But always, consult with your attorney or accountant if you have any questions. That's my favorite thing to add. So as you can see, we help you set up a lot of your business nuts and bolts. Also, we help you with getting your name out there and your messaging. These first three have asterisks, I don't know. Because while we have a brand for you and we have a consistent messaging as Kinship Vacations, at Kinship Vacations, we are a network of travel advisors who are military spouses and veterans who create unique experiences for people that really want to bond and nurture their relationships through travel. You are going to want to develop your own unique offering, your own unique specialty. So you can definitely fall back on, everything that Kinship Vacations represents, using our logo and this whole relationship building through travel aspect and our affiliation with the military, all that great stuff. But in order for you to really resonate and attract clients and connect with people, you're going to have to determine, what you're really good at, what you want to focus on, so that you can create your message. So pretend I'm Susie. I help empty nesters to plan romantic vacations so that they can reconnect and rediscover the passions that initially brought them together before all of the craziness of life occurred. Whatever you decide. I help multi-generational families to plan amazing vacations that entertain and create amazing experiences for everyone so that they can reconnect with each other and experience the world together. You just have to figure out what you want to do and how you want to message, because once you have that and that's what you base your marketing efforts around, then you're going to speak to the people. Imagine if everybody here was saying, I create vacations. I like to make vacations. I like to make vacations. And you're just shouting this to a crowd. When you try to speak to everyone, you speak to no one. But if you say, I like to work with empty nesters to rekindle their romance, the empty nesters in the crowd are going to start moving away from the crowd and coming directly to you. So, you got to figure out how you're going to make yourself stand out, essentially. On the right, we've got this all taken care of for you. So branding, we've got our logo, we got our name, how you display your brand. We've got our colors. We actually have, what is it called? Hex codes for our colors that we're using for our website. So we can share that with you to use in your branding if you'd like. We have a website. You'll have business cards. You can use all of this stuff for any type of physical materials that you decide to create. We'll have newsletter templates for you that if you decide to use, you can. And part of our brand is the exceptional service that we provide through our interaction with clients. And a lot of that comes from the enormous task list templates that I've created in TravelJoy to take you from, when a client gives you an initial inquiry to selling, pitching your service fee, to getting the contract signed, to booking the vacation and providing a proposal, to keeping them engaged between initial deposit and departure, and sending them packing lists and sending them tips before they depart, to checking on them while they're gone, to checking on them when they get back, and then also just maintaining a relationship with them, saying happy birthday when it's their birthday, saying happy anniversary when it's their anniversary, all that fun stuff. That's a part of what makes Kinship exceptional, is that we know the best way to interact with our clients, and we've got it all figured out for you. And then you're going to want to live your brand. So again, our branding is very special in that we're a network of travel advisors who are military spouses and veterans, and we want to focus on making people's relationships better through travel experiences. So, you living your brand is pretty easy because you're either a military spouse or a veteran, and you're going to be helping travel experiences occur. But if you decide that, you want to be a romance travel expert, then you might want to add a little bit of sexiness in your branding or your messaging. So just, remember to live your brand, and that should be too easy to figure out once you've figured out your message. Okay, next slide. Okay, so marketing platforms and tools. So again, we create, we have business cards, website, emails, newsletter, templates, social. We don't have social media platform. We're not going to do that for you. We have a presence on social media as a company, but you're going to want to do your own social media as well. So you're going to want to create like a Facebook page that says, Susie with Kinship Vacations or something like that. But for the most part, we have all of the marketing tools covered for you. Your tools must be consistent with your brand and message. So our logo is professionally designed, our website's professionally designed, newsletter templates professionally designed. So all these things are going to be taken care of for you. And number 3, that point is the initial investment is taken care of for you. You are going to have to make an initial investment in yourself. This program has a cost, but I want you to not look at it like a cost. I want you to look at it like an investment in yourself and your business. But the good thing is the time part of the investment is definitely taken care of for you. 4, 5, and 6. So start building a list, online list building, offline list building. About half of this is taken care of for you again. We've got a lot of training on these topics. You're going to get more than enough training on these topics from the Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs, GTN, your travel education through the curriculum that we've provided, and our additional mentoring and additional training calls. So this is what you're probably going to be spending 80% of your time once you're sort of out of the initial stages of, deciding your business structure and all that fun stuff, is the list building mode, marketing. So not only do we have templates and tools and tactics and strategies for this, but we're also going to help you through training and mentorship to get this taken care of. Oh, that was weird. So all that being said, I have a special offer for my participants today and this week. What is it? So this is a very detailed slide that shows all of the things that come with this program. And if you were to take all of this stuff and add it up, it would be an $8,000 value for the cost of, starting up a business on your own. Between educating yourself and aligning yourself with a really great educational program, getting access to business coaching and mentorship, getting access to the necessary travel agent credentials, and then also all of the systems and tools that I have set up for you. Number one, if you think about it, a website can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to get initially designed. So that right there is a huge cost right out of the way. If you think about the cost for access to things like TravelJoy and Travify and Calendly, and your own domain name and your email set and your online storage system, your CRM, your business phone number, all of these tools that I've created for you and put in place, if you were to price them out individually, along with all of this stuff that I have provided, it's at least an $8,000 value. But the great news is, not only am I offering this regularly for $24.99, but you guys get an extra deal for $500 off a $19.99 price. I have monthly and bi-monthly payment plans available for people who don't necessarily want to pay the $19.99 up front. But really, this is a really great deal if you think about what it costs to start a business and establish a business. You have to make investments, and this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a long-term, serious career. So an investment of $2,000 for your first year is really nothing when you think of the dividends it's going to pay off in the future in terms of a positive lifestyle change, in that you're owning your career. You have ownership of your own hours. You don't have to answer to a boss. You can say yes or no to clients if you want. You can work as much or as little as you want. And you're doing something fun. You're not doing something like boring or sad. I don't know what else to say about that. But what's better than the travel industry? Honestly, you get to help people have fun. I mean, if you can think of something better, please put it in the comment box. So that is the deal. It's a great deal. Please consider it. If you are thinking about this, how do you take advantage right now? So what I want you to do is fill out our travel advisor training and mentorship program application. I know that's a wonky link, so I'm going to paste it in the comments bar so that you can just click on it and go directly to it. I need you to fill it out before August 17th, which is next Friday, to take advantage of this promotion. Once you fill it out, we'll review it, see if you're a good fit for our program. We'll get in touch with you about next steps, which is usually to schedule a quick call to just discuss a little bit further your goals. And then if we think that you're a good fit for the program after that, we'll get you started by sending your independent contractor agreement, all kinds of paperwork that has to be done. It's not too bad. It's mostly electronic. So what do you have to lose by filling this out? If you're thinking about it, just fill it out before August 17th, so at least you can secure that $500 off promo. And you can always make a decision afterwards, but let's get this conversation started and talk about how we can make your travel career dreams come true. And if you haven't yet, make sure you sign up for our free travel agency startup checklist at travelagentchecklist.com, because that's going to be really helpful whether or not you decide to go with Kinship Vacations, if you decide to go with another host agency, or maybe pursue franchise ownership. This is really going to help you stay focused and keep you in line with whatever questions that might come up that you have in terms of what you need to do to keep everything in line and making sure you're doing the right thing when you start up your own travel agency. So that is it for today. I'm going to open it up briefly for anybody that has any questions. And I'm actually going to go back to that slide so you can see it. And I'm going to type in the address. Oh, but you guys, it disappeared. So I'm just going to type it in the comments box. I don't want to have to go through that whole process again because I don't know what's going on with my computer. You guys, it's been a crazy week. Okay. Is it going to let me do it? It's weird. No? It's so weird. It's not letting me comment. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any questions. Let me think. You know what? Actually, I have a couple of frequently asked questions that come up, so I'm going to just go ahead and address them right now while I have your attention. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay, that's me. Sorry. You guys don't want to listen to me. So some of the frequently asked questions. Oh, actually, I have a stop. Okay, so some of the frequently asked questions I get are, number one, are you an MLM? No, I'm not a multi-level marketing company. I created Kinship Vacations from scratch. I thought a long time about what kind of brand I wanted to create, what kind of message I wanted to put forth. And to me, travel has always been about, other than food, because I love to eat the food where I go, just the relationships that you can strengthen or create while you're traveling. And so I thought that Kinship really adequately described that. So no, it's totally something I created with the help of an immensely supportive community backed by the Global Travel Net or the Gifted Travel Network and the Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs. I belong to two of their extra coaching programs, the Travel Entrepreneur Success Academy and their Diamond Mastermind program. So I've had significant amounts of business coaching, and I think that the investment is well worth it because it's really made me confident and it's really grown my business, to the max. What other questions do I typically get about this? Oh, the commission split. The commission split for new agents is you keep 70% and Kinship Vacations maintains the 30%. And if you were to compare that with most host agencies, that's on the higher end of what most host agencies offer. So that's a great deal for new agents. There is opportunity to increase that after the first year in terms of your share. And all that stuff is lined out if you decide to pursue this further in the travel advisor independent contractor agreement that we signed together. What other questions do we have? If you already have sort of a brand established and a brand that you want to pursue and you don't think that you will take advantage of some of the things that we provide, there is the potential that we can create some sort of different arrangement for you. But it's on a case-by-case basis. I have to feel confident that the brand is very well hashed out for the travel advisor in order to, make an exception in that case. Just because, it's the integrity of the Kinship Vacations Travel Advisor Network that we have to maintain. So it is possible, but it's on a case-by-case basis. So please reach out if that's something you're considering. If, maybe you just want the education and training part, maybe some of the systems, but not necessarily the branding. Let's talk about it. What other questions do we have? Sometimes spouses who are overseas are not sure if they can do this overseas. And again, it's really a case-by-case basis. It could be dependent on your location. And that's not something I could probably really answer for you, but what I will say is that we can work out arrangements. So, for example, if you're at a location where you absolutely cannot sell travel because they have specific travel agent laws, it's possible that we could work out some sort of referral agreement. So you would create an itinerary and work with one of our other independent contractors to book the itinerary for you. And you would basically, they would basically pay you a referral fee, or you would pay them a booking fee or something like that. We could possibly work something out like that. But again, it's a case-by-case basis situation. We want to make sure that we're operating within the legal framework that we're operating with. But for most people, if you're overseas, you should be able to accomplish most of this through some sort of like most of the time, if you're an independent contractor and you're working with a company in the United States, you can operate legally. So again, just check with your local government and your garrison command, and however that needs to work out. But feel free to schedule us a call if you want to talk about it. On this group in the announcements, there's a link to my Calendly appointment where you can make a call with me to discuss your career goals, essentially. Let me just check and make sure I don't have any questions before I officially sign off. But yes, if you are watching this later and you have questions, type them in the comment box, send me an email. I'm Ashley@kinshipvacations.com. Submit your application. It's really not that much of an application. It's not too bad. Before August 17th, so that you can be locked in and sealed for that $500 off deal. That $500 off deal that we're offering for this summit. As long as I receive your application before the 17th, then you will be secured for that. And the application has no obligation. So if you're thinking about it, submit the application and then we'll talk. I do have a comment. Let me see if I can show this. Okay, so Dina gets asked a lot about return on investment. So Dina, again, is in our program. And occasionally I'll send prospective advisors who are thinking about joining the program to her to talk to her about her experiences, because she was our first advisor to join the program, and she's a shining example of what can be done if you commit yourself and have the passion for it. She says she gets a lot of questions about return on investment. So okay, so let's put it this way. If you're investing $2,000 for your first year, basically the way that you're going to want to recoup that investment is through travel planning fees, travel planning and design fees, however you want to call it, and commission payments. And this really depends. I mean, it depends on a lot of things. Number one, don't compare your timeline to another person's timeline. Everybody's different. Everybody's doing different things. Everybody has different business goals, ideas of success. Everybody's looking at working with different types of clients and doing different kinds of trips. But say you were to charge a standard Okay, so say it takes you, we'll just be conservative here. Say it takes you 6 months to get your first booking, which I think is conservative. You'll probably get one within 3 months of deciding to go live. And keep in mind, if you're coming from building this business from scratch, it's going to take you a while to build up your clientele list. It's just like any business. It takes you a while to build know, like, and trust with potential clients, get the word out, build your clientele. So say 6 months in, you get your first client, you charge them a $200 trip planning fee for a custom vacation. So that's $200 off the $2,000 you invested. They book a, we'll say $6,000 vacation, and you have a 15% commission rate. So that is 600 plus 300, 900 would be the commission minus your 30% share. Oh my God, I can't do this math in my head. So 900 minus 30% is 180 minus 900, which is 720. So you get a $720 commission check plus your $200 trip planning fee. So that's one trip. So that's $920 right there. Say a month later, you get another inquiry, you charge another $200 for the trip planning fee. And so there's another 200 to the 920, so 1120. You book them a $3,000 trip and you make 15% commission. That's about standard. So that's 300, 450 minus 30%, which is we'll just say about 300. So add the 300 to the 1120, which is 1420. So within this first 7 months, you've made 1420. And again, this is conservative. Then the next month you make another trip planning fee, which is another 200, 1620. You're already approaching the amount that you've invested, and you only have two and a half trips under your belt. So that's sort of a standard, maybe trip cost or expense plus a trip planning fee. If you're a luxury travel advisor, your trips are going to be more like my average trip cost is right now, it's over $14,000 a piece. So if I'm making 15% commission on that, that's a $1,400 plus $2,100 commission check. With a commission split of 70%, that's going to be, I'm just estimating, $1,500 commission. If you're doing if you're doing a lot of smaller trips, it's just going to take you more because your commission isn't going to be as high, but you're doing more. So it just depends on what you decide your business model to be. It depends on if you decide to charge service fees and what you decide to charge. But it also depends on how effective your marketing strategies are, how well you're getting your message out, how well you're bringing in your ideal clients. You could, book. The other day we were talking to Lisa Fitzgerald. She's booking a group trip on a river barge, which holds only 22 people. If she books that entire thing, which I'm confident she will, she'll get at least a $30,000 commission check. So it really depends on your business strategy, how effective you're implementing it, how quickly you build your client list. There's no way to answer it, but $2,000 is actually not too hard to recoup in a year. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. You're going to do it. If you do the things that we recommend you do and you keep on top of it, and you have the right mindset, you don't come from a place of desperation, you come from a place of wanting to serve, you'll be fine. So I'm over my time. So I'm going to let you go. I really thank you for joining me, especially you, Dina. Thanks for tuning in. Dina's actually going to be with us tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern, and she's going to tell us her perspective as a newbie what kind of things she thought about that brought her to the place she is now, how things are going for her. So I encourage you guys to tune into that. That's going to be really fascinating for those of you who are trying to figure out what to do. Tomorrow at noon, we have 2 guests, Anna Reeder of Orion Celtic Expeditions and Georgia Jones of Pixie and Pirate Destinations, LLC. They've both decided to specialize in a niche, and that's really important these days to get your business out there and be successful. So we're going to talk specifically about how specialization is the key to success. We will have a bonus session tomorrow. That's going to be a surprise sometime in the afternoon. So please stay tuned. If you haven't watched the other videos from this week, watch them. And don't forget, if you are interested in this program, I'm going to put a link in the comments. Apply to be a part of our program before August 16th so you can get $500 off the program cost. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.